Greetings, families. Welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time, my name is Mamri and you are very welcome. This video is quick update on the machines that you are seeing. The video I made a few days ago. We were all surprised when we saw these machines, but there was a reason behind it. After they have showcased the machines, there was announcement. And yes, one of our family members was saying, what is the meaning of acquiring all this when the road is bad? Yes, that's the reason why. They are going to use these machines to build the road instead of giving it to contractors, private contractors that will charge more. To save money, these machines will be doing the work, including the locals, the VDPs. Yes, together they will build their own roads and it will be 10 times better quality because they are doing it for themselves. At the same time, you remember the train as well. Instead of importing heavy iron rods and the rest, the metals to build it and give the contract to Chinese or any other company, what do? They go in to build a factory to produce all the items that they need to build the railway. That's why the railway is on hold now. So yes, it's not just acquiring them, it's by using them for a good purpose, saving money. I always say that if you any leader that look after the country or the countries that they are leading as their own business, yes, there will not be any damage or loss. The people will be happy. There will be money in the economy because they are saving a lot. Please, families, listen to all the updates concerning the road and many other things. I will leave you here. Credit to Faso 7 RTB. Thank you so much. Have a great and wonderful day. God bless you all. Thank you.
The Presidency of FASO, the Council of Ministers, has adopted a decree launching the presidential initiative in front of the members. And what needs to be said at this level is that this is a further initiative by the President of FASO, reflecting his desire to provide appropriate responses to the concerns and challenges of Burkina Faso's citizens. The aim? With the obvious aim of improving people's lives, this initiative has two main components. The first involves the construction of road infrastructure by road brigades. The second component refers to urban redevelopment and beautification through the construction of decent housing, sanitation, and the creation of green public spaces. At this level, the situation is already clear. Road circuit. Today, out of a road network of over 15,000 kilometers, barely 4,000 kilometers are paved. And it's more than urgent to speed up the opening up of towns and countryside. And of course, this initiative will also enhance the success and performance of other initiatives, notably the Food Security Initiative, because, as we can see, production is the key to success. Agricultural production poses a problem today in terms of evacuation and transport. So it's an initiative that should also help to meet a challenge, because analysis shows that today in Burkina Faso, 1 kilometer of road is paved by private companies. Asphalt concrete costs around 500 million to 1 billion CFA francs per kilometer, which is extremely high. Given the urgency of the situation and the need to move faster, the head of state has launched this initiative. The first component of this initiative will therefore consist of public brigades. These road infrastructures are much less expensive. The evaluation missions that have been carried out show that the implementation of these public brigades will reduce costs, enabling us to move ahead more quickly. And it has to be said that the equipment needed to operate these brigades is currently being acquired. The second component refers today to the problem of urbanization. Burkina Faso because, as we can see, we have galloping urbanization but very little planning. As a result, our cities continue to sprawl, with many precarious neighborhoods. And above all, the difficulty of meeting basic social service needs in terms of roads, sanitation, water and electricity. And so this is a component that should make it possible to provide sustainable answers to this problem, through the redevelopment of our cities, and above all by ensuring that we have new types of housing, decent housing that also makes it possible to guarantee better densities in urban centers. So these are the two main components at the heart of this new presidential initiative. Presidential initiative over? On behalf of the Ministry of Communication, Culture, Arts and Tourism, the Council adopted 2 decrees. The first is a decree on the creation, allocation, organization and operation of national artistic ensembles. Here again, it must be said that this decree is in line with the government's wishes. Read the government's will. To truly restore our culture and artistic creation to its rightful place. And the national artistic ensembles have existed for over 20 years, but their operation has revealed a number of shortcomings and, above all, flaws, so that today these ensembles are in a state of lethargy. Today, however, every effort is being made to revive these artistic ensembles. These are the National Orchestra, the National Ballet and the Instrumental Ensemble. The new decree also establishes the Philharmonic Ensemble and the National Theatre. The aim is really to make these artistic ensembles more rigid, so that they can be tools for professionalizing the entire sector, but above all so that, through artistic creation, they can magnify the cultural expressions of Burkina Faso, contribute to their preservation and also be important tools of our cultural diplomacy. What will these ensembles be able to present? The culture of Burkina Faso everywhere within Burkina Faso, but also of course wherever it's needed, even beyond our borders. The Council also adopted the draft bill on the status of artists in Burkina Faso. This too represents a major development in the cultural and artistic sector. Until now, the status of the artist was governed by a decree. And as we can see in the standards, so we're moving up a gear. We now have a law that will govern the status of artists in Burkina Faso. This draft bill also contains a number of major changes. Firstly, to take account of a number of new tools for exploiting artistic works, notably digital platforms. But it is also a draft bill that makes it possible to better regulate, reorganize and regulate the artistic profession in Burkina Faso, not only the professional artist, but also collaborators. It also takes into account the issue of child artists. As we've seen up to now, child artists often have unenviable fates in later life, due to the fact that we don't really have a precise contract for their collaboration with artists. Before the bill takes this into account, in addition, any collaboration with child artists now requires a formal contract to be signed, guaranteeing respect for the rights and, above all, the benefits of these children. So there are a lot of new developments that have been taken into account in this draft bill, which should also enable a much healthier delivery. The Artist's Card in Burkina Faso, which recognizes professional artists. This draft bill also takes a number of measures relating to the social security of our creative artists, but also in terms of the possibility of collective agreements guaranteeing remuneration commensurate with artistic creation, and enabling our artists to make a full living from their talent and their artistic creations. So this is a draft bill, and we really hope that it will soon be adopted by the Transitional Legislative Assembly, so that all these selfishnesses can be fully enshrined.